Therapy arm, hey, let's be having you. Hey, come on, up the therapy army. Up the therapy army. Big up to all of you people, man. How we doing? Big up Jarvis. Evening all Jarvis says. Big up Claire Evening Therapy Army. Smash a like on your way in, people. Lots of big issues to talk about tonight. We're going to be doing a bit of a preview for Real El Betty. That's what they're singing last time. The Real Betis fans. And then we're going to be looking at Garnacho. Looks like out for the season. Another player out for the season. It's just ridiculous at this moment in time. I've just tweeted it now, those of you who follow me on Twitter, and Latvia just did exactly the same tackle as Casemiro and not even a yellow. Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. We're going to be talking about that, just how shit the referees are in this country. And then we're going to be talking about Erik Tenhag and how Erik Tenhag basically, he's saying that there's no rotation, zero rotation, people. Erik Tenhag does not believe in rotation. You don't believe in rotation. And how the season's in danger, people. Honestly, the season's in danger of falling apart. Listen, get in, Adrian, get in the space. I'm going to be setting up a special space for that, for flight MH370, mate. I'm going to be setting up a proper one. That big up to every one of you. Love and light. How you doing, Jarvis? If you're free, let me know. I can send you the link if you want to jump on. But big up to all of you. Love and light. Big up, respect. Is there a rule that all refs need to be British or something? It's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous, man. Anthony Taylor was the ref at Napoli tonight. I was worried, love. Well, he only does it when he does it against us, innit? Because people accuse him of being a United fan, so he only does that BS against us, Claire. Yeah, I saw the tackle. Bias against United is real. Of course it is. Of course it is. Are Liverpool still in the Champions League? Well, they got their 7-0 trophy in it. That's what they've won this season. So big up Liverpool. Listen, I don't even like talking about them, to be fair. Big up to you. Big up Nuruddin. Last banter, the Scouts was a bit since the season so far. Nah, you know what? Honestly, I'm too focused on what's happening with Man United to banter them. I don't want to banter anybody. I just want to talk about the ridiculous referees and also talk about the game tomorrow, because the game's not over. And obviously there was unsavory. If you know in it, there was some unsavory scenes. Manchester United with Real Betis supporters. So just give you a little bit about Betis, people. Just to give you a little bit about Betis. Let me just give you just a little bit about Betis and what's going on. Real El Betis. Real Betis. Real Betis' first home European game against an English side since November 2005, when they beat Chelsea 1-0 in the UEFA Champions League group stages. Number 2, including this game, five of Manchester United's last 7 away European games have been in Spain. They haven't lost any of their last 4. The Man United have drawn 2 and won 2. Beating Real Sociedad and drawing against Barcelona this season alone. Real Betis have only progressed from one of their previous 6 major European ties when they have lost the first leg, overcoming a 1-0 first lost leg to Velji Beck in the first round of the UEFA Cup in 98-99 to win 5-1 in the second leg. Of all the teams to win by 3 or more margin first leg UEFA Europa League, look at 2019 was the only one has ever been eliminated. That was Basel versus Valencia in 2013-14 qualifier, won 3-0 the first leg, lost 5 in the second leg. Marcus Rashford has scored 24 goals in major European competition for Manchester United and could become the only 6th player to score 25 such goals for the Red Devils, aged 25 years old, in 130 days on the day of this game. The youngster played. The youngest player to reach 25 major European goals for the club. He would also be the youngest Englishman to score 25 goals in an all-European competition in history. So if he scores tomorrow, Rashford will be making history maker. Yeah. So big up to all of you. Bumbaye, how you doing, Bumbaye? Are you having it? Are you having it, Bumbaye? Big up. Anthony ill again. He wasn't ill last night when he was at the Chris Brown. Was he at the Chris Brown the night before? What night was he there? Was it the night before or last night? He was at the Chris Brown concert, wasn't he, Anthony?
There was a lot the guy that we used to go out with Rihanna.
Yeah, the Chris Brown. Yeah, there was a concert on, and they were all there. Was it last night or the night before? I don't know when it was. We need to
look who you're asking.
Good to hear the business back. Yeah, but that's good. Honestly, that's really good. Good to hear the business back. So let's hope he plays on the weekend, innit? Got the likes up. Got the likes up. There's 50 of you in here. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not on subscribe. I think we're like 125 short of 7,000. So smash that subscribe button, people. It costs you absolutely nothing. Pellegrini chatting shit again, lol. He hates us. Oh, let him do whatever he wants. True about them must be getting a lot of refund requests from the Scouts of Istanbul, they said. Well, I don't know what it is. It's true that Real Betis have come back from behind a lot this season. They're worrying that is true. Yeah, it is what it is. Do you still believe in chance for the Glazers selling? I'm not getting involved in that till the end of the month. We'll know at the end of the month what's going on. So when there's a real update, Jay Patel, we'll update the channel in it. There's no updates. It's the same journalists just swapping the same stories about stage 2. The Glazers are meeting representative of the Qataris and representative of Jim Radcliffe. That's all that is, mate. That's all that is. Nothing else to report. It's gonna be what it is. Big up Bumbaye. Bumbaye, talk to me. How you feeling? Real Betis tomorrow night. Erik Tenhag. Just a bit of quotes from Erik Tenhag. He doesn't believe. Erik Tenhag does not believe in rotation. Does not believe in it. He does not believe in it. It will be the biggest W.
Well,
he's
a man of his word. He's not.
Biggest W on this channel celebrating Glazers. Oh, we will all be. I'll be outside the stadium. Don't you mind? I'll be outside the stadium, and that night I'm going for a lovely meal. I'm treating myself.
Everyone's in the house.
Big meal. If the Glazers leave, trust me.
I think that Erik Tenhag has been true to his word, and we spoke about this. He always seems to play his best team. And it sounds like he's going to play his very best team again tomorrow night. Now, Casemiro can play tomorrow night. Yeah? So he's going to play tomorrow night. Yeah, so he's going to play. And Erik Tenhag, you know what? They score early. You never know. Need to go into this game and just finish the job off. Nice and professional. Hopefully no injuries. Do some rotation. Well, to be honest, you don't need to. The guys are going international break anyway, 2 weeks. So, go out with a bang. Let's do the job. Maybe give a few faces that need some minutes if we can. But don't go into this thinking it's done, because Ten Hag is not. So exactly. I think tomorrow should be straightforward, man. Should be straightforward.
Yeah, big up. The truth is, Nuruddin, why did you not appeal the Cassie Red? Why Arsenal got Lee Mason and we did not do anything about it? Why are our fan base weak? I'm watching from Canada. I think you are weak. Yeah, well, it is what it is, isn't it? At the end of the day, listen, the referees in this country are like a mafia, innit? They're like a mafia. They look after themselves. It's all it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Tonight, Mumbai, Southampton, by the way, there were some Southampton fans who came up to me, squared up to me, thinking that they were bad, right? Because they were just, I was like, what the hell are you doing? As I'm coming out underneath the Munich tunnel just to walk, they're there thinking they're bad. And anyway, I told them in it, I said to them, good luck in the championship next season. They got busted again tonight because they're so shit, and they played for an hour against a United team who's absolutely fatigued and who had 10 men. So goodbye, Southampton, you're going down. But one of their players tonight, Mumbai, committed exactly the same foul, Latvia, the young, talented kid. He's a really good player. I hope they go down and we can buy him. But check it out. He didn't even get a yellow, I don't think. It's ridiculous.
Do you know? I asked myself. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest now. Give you my honest opinion. At first, I think the Casemiro, it's unlucky how the leg bounces off and goes into the shin. Two things. One, if I had been on the end of that result of Casemiro clipping me in the shin, could have been worse than it was. So from that perspective, okay, you give a red card. I'm not going to complain too much, fine. But what if somebody makes a challenge across the board, gets the ball, but ends up seriously injuring the man? I think that is what we have to look at.
Yeah. Listen, we saw it.
Because
we saw it. Garnacho doing the scissors kick from behind, where you do the scissors, where you dive
catch the ankle
and you catch somebody's ankle, but you get the ball. That tackle is far more dangerous than getting caught by some studs. Honestly,
I think it is. It is, bro, because sometimes you think I'm going for this ball, but there's a good chance, I'm not asked about the man as long as I get the ball. If that's the mentality of the player, and he doesn't have to consider that getting that ball is going to break somebody's leg or potentially really do some damage, because that's where we are at the minute. Is it or is it not? Because you get the ball, but you effectively end this kid's season. Luke Shaw, there was a double leg break involved. There wasn't a red card. Falcao, do you remember the challenge that happened on him? He gets the ball, but he rips the guy's knee off. If a player's going into a tackle thinking, I have to get the ball, but I can't cause serious damage here, otherwise I'm getting a red card and I'm getting a 3-match ban, then you will approach a challenge with a different mindset, with a bit of a duty of care, because many challenges, yes, I am going to get that ball and I'm going to take the man as well, but as long as I get the ball, there's no recourse. So I think the FA have to now have a look at this. Football is a work in progress. Have a look at this and think, look, if you are going to get the ball, you have to have a duty of care not to break the guy. Because if you do, in spite of getting the ball, and we look at it retrospectively, we're going to send you off. If you do that, then, you'll protect players. But the flip side to it is, are you going to get people not going for challenges and stuff like that? So there is a debate to be had.
Yeah, listen, big up Mumbai. Nuruddin, do you think Qatar get close? Look at tomorrow. Listen, someone said, bro, we're not going to know anything. Someone said, we're not going to know anything about what the price. Yeah, the both of them are shitholes. Stadium's falling apart. The other day, the toilets, like the sewage over flooded in the toilets. It was disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Big up to every one of you. I will knock them out. Honestly, you should have seen them, Claire. You should have seen them. Yeah, there was some thinking that they were bad Southampton fans, and I told them then, I said, good luck with the championship next season, because the way they were going, I said, your team is shit. They were celebrating a 0-0 draw with Man United. They're thinking they were bad. Honestly, it was ridiculous. It was, and one of them came to face him thinking that he was bad. I told him, I will rip your neck off. I will rip your head off. No problem, mate. No problem. So I don't want you to get stamped out. So just get out of my face. It was ridiculous. Why we have not got Taylor and Manara to get the sack? We have to evidence against them. Pundits from fan-based rivals are tearing us apart. But it is what it is. Bro, it is what it is. Big up to every one of you. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. We're 130 or 120 away from 7,000. So let's go at the end of the match. Let's get to 7,000 by the end of March. As soon as Garnacho got this tackle, the commentator said it was fair and square. there's clear bias against him. Of course, 100%. We know that, bro. We know that. We know that.
But look, as it stands, he did get the ball.
No, but that's far more dangerous tackle than it is getting hit by studs. When I used to play football, I used to get hit with studs all of the time. But you know what I like? What I hated? If you do a sissis tackle from behind when I'm in front of you already, you're gonna break my ankles because you're wrapping your legs around me.
The thing is, at the moment, as it stands, what I'm saying is,
no, let me finish. If you do it from the side on, it's different. If you do it from the side on, you fly tackle me from side on, no problem. If you're coming from behind when I'm in front of you, and you come in like a scissors effect, that's the same thing that injured Ericsson.
They have to look at these challenges, and I'm saying to you, bro, they definitely have to review it and maybe come at it with the player that's making the challenge and say, listen, if you're going to go for a challenge, there has to be a duty of care, even if you get the ball. But if you seriously injure somebody, that's what's going to determine this challenge. At the moment, I don't think that exists in football, bro. Or if it does, it's definitely inconsistent, because there's been a lot of challenges that have resulted in injury, but because the ball was touched first, there's no retrospective action. So perhaps they need to have a look at that for this, to safeguard the players and make a determination how we're going to go forward. But I suppose, look, somebody has to be on the unjust end of football as it continues to develop. Right now, we feel unjust because we've lost one of our best players for a red card. That, yeah, you know what? I can't really argue too much. I can say he's unlucky, but then we've lost another player who's really important for us through a challenge that is not different really in principle. You get the ball, but you break the man. So this is the inconsistency that we feel aggrieved about, and they should look at it really.
Big up Jarvis. Jump on if you want, Jarvis. Big up people. Big up. Listen, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Garnacho, for me, has been absolutely sensational this season. He's been absolutely sensational. And I'm so gutted that we're not going to see him now till the end of to the last couple of games of the season. He's out for the season. He'll be shocked if he comes back at least for a couple of games to scare, unless he's a quick healer. Some footballers are very quick healers, some than others. You know what I mean? There are some.
He's young.
Yeah, and some of them, no, it's not to do with the age. It's to do with, like, some people, just their body heals quickly than others.
Don't you heal? I mean, obviously you heal quicker when you're younger.
No. I've seen younger players been out for a long time.
All right. Well, it's not Paul Pogba and Anthony Martial, put it that way.
Yeah, Dribble Cesar got the same tackle when he was playing at Liverpool, broke his ankle. Luke Shaw had broken, like, 100%, 100%. When you're doing that tackle from behind, for me, when the player's gone, because the player can't anticipate, they've already gone. They haven't got eyes at the back of their heads. But when things are in front of you, like a 50-50, you can ride a 50-50. You can, you know what I mean, step over 50-50. But when you haven't got eyes at the back of your head, so you're gone with the ball and your legs are like balancing, you know what I mean? Your legs are on the floor and you get somebody coming in with force, like scissors in you from the behind. It's going to be painful. If we can get 2 quick fire goals in the first half, I sub up 4 or 5 players at half time. I need not to expose these players to bad decisions and injuries. Well, it is what it is, mate. It's bad decisions. It is what it is. Big up Unski. Thanks so much for the super chat, brother. But 100%, listen, to me, I wouldn't play like a lot of these big players. I mean, to me, the game in the FA Cup is far more important to me than this shitty Europa League. You know my views on the Europa League. Since his tackle came more as a trick from behind, I thought you can connect with Achilles and flesh. 100%, 100%. That's what you did. Big up Claire as well. Best mods in the YouTube channels here, mate. One of the best mods around here. It's crazy. It's crazy. For me tomorrow, honestly, I would rest a lot of the players, because for me the game on the Sunday means a lot more to me than this game. I'm being honest with you. That game means a lot more to me than this game. That FA Cup game means a lot more to me. quarter-final of the FA Cup?
Do you know what? There's a balance to be had here. You'd like to think this game is finished, but you just never know. You're away, Betis. Their fans. You saw their fans. They're up for it. Whole stadium of them. They get an early goal. Could be an uncomfortable night. I still think we'll get through it. So there is a 2-week international break coming up. But yes, there is a game on Sunday that is important. So I'd start. I'd play Casemiro full game. This is the goodbye game from Casemiro. So, he's what Brazil do with him is out of our control. But as far as I'm concerned, we should play him a full game. He's had a good rest. He only played he didn't play less than a half against Southampton. So it's good. He'll play a full game. I think Ten Hag will start with a strong team, and depending on how it goes, you might see you'll see some changes, quite a few changes. Maybe if it is a nice night for United, we might see a youngster. Kobe Mainu, maybe Zidane would be nice, something like that.
Yeah. Big up. There is a sense the Glazers have not yet warmed to Radcliffe. Listen, at the end of the day, it is what it is, people. I'm not believing in any of these reports. A lot of these journals are just guessing and try to clickbait people. So anything about the sale, I don't believe anything. We will know next stage. So we're on stage 2 now, apparently. We'll know what the third stage is and who goes through to the third stage. It is what it is, people. Anthony better be back for Sunday, yeah. 4:30. To me, that game's more important to me, Claire, honestly. I'm not asked about shitty Europa League all day. I'm very sad Garnacho might not come as brave as he's playing boy at 18. He's been amazing, honestly. To me, he's been a joy because I never expected him this season for him to do what he's done. It's been an absolute joy to watch him, honestly. When he comes on in the last 15, 20 minutes at Old Trafford, oh my God, the whole crowd, we all get energized in the stadium. Oh, Garnacho's on. And then everybody starts singing, Viva Garnacho, Viva Garnacho, running down our wing, make United sing, Viva Garnacho. And then he just does that when he's warming up, he does that. And then he gets on the pitch and he's just brilliant. Oh, gosh. I'm so sad. I was so angry. Honestly.
Sad for him, really.
I was
tell you what, there's two good things happening for Manchester United outside of Manchester United. One is Amad Diallo is happening. I'm really looking forward to seeing if this boy comes back next, at the start of the season, the new season. He's really tearing it up over there. I tend to keep an eye on Sunderland and I listen in to what the fans are saying. I keep hearing, we love how industrious he is in his work, how much work he puts in, knowing that he's not even here full time. This is a temporary contract. And they keep saying he's levels above the league. He's unbelievable. I think last time I checked, I think we were looking at 7 goals and a few assists and 3 man of the matches. The other positive thing that's happening for Man United is called Michael Carrick. Have you seen what he's doing at Middlesbrough? He took them from 23rd place. They're in a playoff place. I didn't check what happened with Stoke this week, but the football that they're playing is very, very tasty. So keep an eye out.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. Yeah, 100%. I'm sure Eric plays the main players every game because he's not pushing them totally in training. Well, we don't know, bro. We don't know. To be fair, there's no time to train, really. There's no time to train. It's about recovery. Look, they fly back. I don't know if they're going to stay over on Friday and train there and then fly back. I don't know if they're going to come back straight away on Thursday night. To be fair, kickoff is, yeah, they can fly back. They can fly back at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, maybe 10 o'clock they can fly back. Being back in Manchester by 12, 1 o'clock. Because the game kicks off at 5 o'clock on Thursday, doesn't it? But yeah, smash the likes, people. I called by Argentina. Ed Peters almost broke his leg. Yeah, it is what it is. Keep smashing the like, people. Please subscribe to the channel. We're 120 or 30 away from 7,000. Let's go, people. Therapy, let's be having you. He didn't play tonight. Might be injured. Who we talking about? Who we talking about? Martial's a bit back. You see, no, Martial's not gone. Martial's not gone there. Martial is not back. Sabista's gone to Spain. Martial's not gone to Spain. Martial's still training.
It's good, man. Sabitza's back. You know, you can mix up Sabitzer, Fred, McTominay for the next 4 games, deputize that. Hopefully we'll be all right, man. If Martial's back, that will be a plus.
Yeah.
You know, Sancho's going to get his opportunities more and more now. Garnacho's out. So hopefully we can see him start to shine a little bit. It's very interesting. You know, the top 4 is touch and go for me. I know some people think it's solidified. I'm not one of those. I wish I was, but I think at this stage of the season now, Casemiro's a huge miss. You know, a couple of games, two games, wrong results, you find yourself clawing. So it's critical moments right now. Let's also hope international break brings no injuries to us.
Well, to me, I wouldn't let them go. And to be fair, if I was any of these international managers, I would look at it and think, no other team in all the top 5 leagues in Europe has played more games than the Manchester United. So
I'd like to think so. Is it friendlies?
Yeah. Are they international? Can somebody please let me know in the comments? Are they international? Yeah, they are international friendlies. They're not qualifiers or anything like that. They're not.
I mean, it's bullshit then, you know. Hopefully the managers will see some sense and just give them some time off. Or at least use them sparingly in the games if they're going to use them at all. And the Chris Brown concert.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you. That's what's happening. It's crazy what's happening. So, yeah, was it last night? The Chris Brown concert last night in Manchester. Let me just Google it. Chris Brown.
So what's the problem? He went to Chris Brown and didn't go to training. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
No, that's not good.
What's the date today? No, 2 days ago. I think it was 2 days ago. It was at the Chris Brown, maybe. No. We have to be fair to him. It wasn't last night. It was 2 days ago. Nixon, I think it was 2 days ago. Big up Rafa. Thanks for the super chat. Exactly one year ago today, we went out to Atletico Madrid. A year later, we're 3rd still in the cups. 1 cup won. Did you predict this much improvement in a year? But the big thing, Rafa 47, is that it could all fall apart. It could all fall apart because we've got 3 players out for the season now. Got 4 players. Martial's been out mainly for the season. And we've got Casemiro out for 4 games. And one of them is a crucial game for me. All 4 of them are crucial. We've got Newcastle away. We've got Brentford at home. Then we've got Everton at home as well. Tough game.
I think what I'd say to Rafa, bro, at this point is, yeah, I concur. Up to this very moment, yes. The transition in the team, in the spirit of the team, and everything about the club is night and day. And it's happened very quickly. Very good. Just need to be wary, as you say, going forward now, that everything doesn't derail. But you know what? I think playing in 4 competitions, any manager needs to factor in the possibility of injuries, fatigue, all this type of stuff. So it's going to be interesting what we learn about Erik Ten Hag if he continues to persist constantly with the same players. To stay true to I'm always going to play my best team, because I believe we are going to have to, you know, rotate. Everybody's going to have to stand up and be counted now, and it's interesting, man. Interesting times. You get to learn about your players when they have to be the main breadwinner, and not just a bit part player because the big bosses or the other important players are out. So it's good to learn as well these things. But yeah, so far so good, man. This season, you know, I just want to give a shout out to Real Madrid, man. I watched the game, a breakneck speed game. Luka Modric, I mean, for me, I'd put him up there with the greatest midfielders I've ever seen. You know, he's just unbelievable. Ran the show tonight. He's up there with your Scholes, your Pirlos, your Xavis, the whole lot of them. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I thought, you know what? I watched a bit of it. I thought Camavinga was brilliant tonight.
And what a player they've signed there. Every time I watch that guy, he even came on in the World Cup for France and completely changed the game. What a brilliant, brilliant addition to Real Madrid they've got there, man. They've got a new team coming through, and it's really exciting to watch. Really good performance from them tonight. If it wasn't for Alisson, I swear to God, 4 or 5 today. He kept them in it so much.
To be fair, Liverpool had a couple of chances as well. He made a couple of good saves, didn't he? The Belgian goalkeeper. Is it Courtois?
Courtois, yeah. I mean, I looked at it tonight. I looked at the midfield of Liverpool with Milner, Diogo Jota, and Fabinho. I don't know what Klopp was thinking, man. I thought, for me, he lost the plot tonight with that midfield. They need to make a decision. Do they want 3 Wijnaldums, dogged, hard-working players that are tenacious to win the ball high up the pitch and transition, which is what served them well? Or are they going to go for more creative players? I looked at it and I thought, would I play Thiago Alcantara today? I wasn't sure that I would, bro. Because what he offers you going forward, it's difficult. They have that debate often, but anyway, let's not ruin the podcast with chat about Liverpool.
Nah, we're not here to chat about Liverpool. Big up Jarvis. Big up Raymond Pierce says, "Half injury, sorry, international Bob says, Marquis Ryan Giggs, if you remember your history." Of course, remember the history. Jarvis, welcome to the stream tonight, brother. How are you doing?
Give me 2 seconds. I have problems with my sound.
No problem.
Now I hear you. Sorry.
Yeah. Big up, Jarvis.
Big up.
How cold is it in Norway tonight?
Nah, -2, -3, so it's okay. Can't complain.
It's getting warmer.
Yeah, it's getting warmer. Getting warmer. It's nice.
Yeah.
So I was listening to the stream, and I must say I agree with Boumaye when he talked about the scissor tackles. They should be a direct red card, in my opinion, because of the consequence of injuries, ankle breaks, and stuff like that. So yeah. I have always said scissor tackles, and number 2 is backing into a player mid-air, so they twist around and they can potentially break their neck or stuff like that. Yeah, Harry Kane used to do that in a couple of years ago.
Yeah, when he bumped them when the ball's in the air, he used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Bench players are mostly learning no good. There's still Phil Jones. It is what it is. Big up Jarvis. Like I said, welcome. Give a kind welcome to our Jarvis here. One of our own. He's one of our own. He's one of our own. That Jarvis Cocker is one of our own. Big up Jarvis. You get sang to on this channel. You get sang to. Jarvis, I'm gonna go to you. I don't know if you listened to Erik Tenhag'S press conference today. I thought Martinez spoke well. Martinez very good. Spoke really well. To me, the fact that we're not rotating, I think is very dangerous what Erik Tenhag'S doing. I know that there's no options, and now we've got 4 players out for the season. Well, 3 players out for the season for definitely. Martial's back in training, but he didn't travel. Anthony didn't travel. I think he was on the 12th. I think 2 days ago when he was out in a concert. He went out for the concert, and now he's ill apparently. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But Sabista's back. That's one good news, Jarvis. That's good news. We have to look at the positives. But
I don't know about Sabitzer. You really think he's back? You know?
Yeah. He traveled. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what kind of injury he had? It takes time.
No, I'm
very skeptical.
I don't think it was that. You know, I think it was a knock.
Ah.
There were some rumors. They said it could have been a groin, but apparently he got a kick.
Ah, yeah, okay. Then I see. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he got a kick, so he's in the squad. He's flew to Spain. He's in the squad. He flew to
Yeah.
Spain.
Would you guys sign him?
Well, I've not seen enough yet, but to me, the games that I watched him, he's really competitive. He can switch the play, left foot, right foot. I've not seen the shots yet. I need him to embed in, so I hope that he doesn't get any injuries. Touch wood. No more injuries, right? No more injuries. And then fingers crossed, because he's got a shot and a half on him. I really want him to start scoring goals and shooting, because nobody shoots. I was at the Southampton game. Nobody was shooting at all whatsoever, Jarvis, honestly. I think Bruno had our most shots, and it's like 2. Everybody wants to walk it in. So it's going to be very interesting. Big up. Rafa. Rafa says, sorry to derail the discussion. Thanks for the super chat. But I'm curious, who's the greatest manager in Manchester United history? Sir Matt Busby or Sir Alex Ferguson? Well, Ferguson has had the longevity. But for me, the greatest is Sir Matt Busby. Why is that? Because he got his right, the rights. The priest stood over him and said, this is it. He's going to die. 3 times. 3 times they said he was going to die. And for me to wake up from the deathbed, to build a team in less than a decade, to win it, make United the first club to win the European Cup when you lost 8 or 9 of your best young players in that plane crash, is incredible for me. It's only things that you read about in books or see it in films. You're like, no, that didn't happen. So for me, Sir Matt Busby, the history of Manchester United, what made Man United the most romantic football club in the world, is that Sir Matt Busby. But I've got a stat for you guys. Do you know that only 3 managers have ever won the league title at Man United?
Crazy.
That's crazy.
Who's the third one?
Well, it's the guy, the first guy. It's the first guy when Man United first won the league. I think his name is McGrath or Merg or something like that. He was an Irish guy, I think. He won the league, and then it was Busby and Fergie. Crazy, isn't it?
Ah, okay.
It's crazy.
I didn't know that.
So Man United is the type of football club where a manager comes in and literally has to get given everything, has to rule with an iron fist, But yeah, I think Sir Matt, because Sir Matt put us on the map. Fergie obviously came in 13 Premier League titles, 2 European Cups. Amazing what Fergie did, but I don't think Fergie would have joined us. You know that Fergie was this close to joining Arsenal? Not many people know that history either. Honestly, look it up. Fergie was very close to joining Arsenal. He joined Man United because of Sir Matt Busby. That's the reason why. And the history of Manchester United.
Yeah.
You do know what? I don't argue with you, Sir Matt Busby, for a man to come back and take the mantle after losing, everybody, and do it. It's something unique.
First English club to win the European Cup. First English club.
But do you know what Ferguson did at Aberdeen?
He did amazing things there as well. They beat Real Madrid in the Cup Winners' Cup, didn't they?
They busted Real Madrid up in the Cup Winners' Cup, and he did the double at home with Aberdeen. He broke the system.
Yeah, of Rangers and Celtic.
Yeah, that was something special.
Imagine if something like that happened today. In today's football.
It was a Leicester, Jarvis. It was like the Leicester job.
Yeah. It's insane.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
So the pedigree is there.
Listen, big up our Claire Sinurdin. Was he at the horse racing? Cheltenham, yeah, must be in at Cheltenham, innit? Because Fergie's into horses, innit? He owns horses now. Someone asked Fergie today who he wanted to win the league, and he said he couldn't care less. That's his favorite words. I need to find out. Is it a video or is that a quote from a newspaper? I need to find that. That's Fergie. That's Fergie's all-time catchphrases. I couldn't care less. Does anyone think maybe as good as Casemiro's playing both offensive and defense, the fact that he's never had 1 red card in his career, and these 2 red cards impact him doing a lot more for United? 100%. Of course he is. Of course he is, Nixon. He's doing a lot more for Man United. Of course he is. He's found a new challenge. But for me, that first red card was the most ludicrous red card I have ever witnessed on a football pitch. I have never been to a game and I've ever witnessed a red card like that. When there's 17 people, 17 players fighting each other, all he did was do that for 2 seconds. And when you do slow it down for 2 seconds and hold somebody's collar, it makes it look like you're killing them. With anything, I can be doing this to Jarvis, giving him a high five and a hug. If I go like that, it looks like I've knocked Jarvis out or Boumbaye out. So with the slow motion, you can do anything you want. It's crazy. But that to me was one of the craziest records. And the other one the other day, every time when all now pundits are being trained, I've played football. Most of us have played football. If you go with studs, that means it's a red card. No, the sissy tackle from behind when the player's gone, where you jump on them and go like that with both feet. That is far more dangerous because at least you know if the studs, you can see it coming. You can jump out the way. You can try to do some things from behind. You haven't got eyes at the back of your head. So that to me is far more dangerous than anything else.
Yeah, I agree. You know, I played football for 35, 40 years, and I agree 100%.
It's when the player's gone and it's not looking, it's crazy. Yeah, big up Claire. I'll have a look at it on Twitter. It's crazy.
Jarvis, what position did you play?
Well, I started out as right back, and I moved my way forward as a defensive midfielder. So I always played.
We play similar position.
Okay.
So playing defensive midfielder isn't that hard, but you have to be aware of the distance to your other midfielder and to the opposition that you are marking out. So you can't be too far away from both of them. So you have to find the middle way all the time. You have to be aware and look around. That it's not that hard, 100%. But yeah.
Yeah, I was a passer. I was a creative midfield player, but I could defend all day. I had
Nuruddin used to put me through, and that's it. Game over, man. From there.
Yeah, Boumbaye will tell you. But Boumbaye was like the Zidane. He just takes the ball and don't pass to no one. He beat 5 or 6 or whatever. He used to just take the ball. Head up. As he got older, he learned to pass, but bloody hell, when we were younger, he would just never pass the ball to you. Once you give him the ball, that's it. He's keeping it for a while. That's what he used to do. Yeah. He used to do this crazy skill, that quick feet, where he used to get like the double bam bam. That's how I remember that was your favorite move, Boumbaye, where he used to get with both feet like that, bang bam, knock the ball together like that, and then he was away.
Did you guys play together?
And then he used to have a good drop back as well. The drop back, oh my god, that was your favorites. I knew it was so funny. The people I played with or grew up with, I knew all their signature moves. I knew all of it. It's like recorded in my brain. Honestly, it's crazy.
We played together, me and Structure, since we were about what, 11, 12?
10, from 10.
From 10, yeah. So Nuruddin was very, very, very Patrick Vieira type. Knows where he is on the pitch. Really, really good tackler. Comfortable on the ball. Passes forward. Really,
never,
you know,
even good. Never in my life.
Even good balls over the top.
Never passed. Oh, that was the biggest thing. Never passed backwards in my life. Are you kidding?
And it's just like he is on the stream. Jarvis doesn't let anybody get a word in. He does not shut up on the pitch. You know he's there all the time, but it's good.
Yeah, where are you? I'm telling everybody, where are you? Get back here. Honestly, football, when I grew more, when I learned to talk, oh my God, my teams play better, even 5-a-side. Where are you? Get back here. It is what it is, people.
Yeah, but you know, talking on the pitch is the most important thing, and you see it if you play in lower levels, it's dead silence on the field. But the higher up you get, the more they talk and yell at each other. So it's always communication. That's one of the key factors for a good team.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
1,000,000%.
Pick up Stephen Kramer. I hope you've not broke any legs, Kramer. I was a hard bastard. I broke legs as a kid. Wow, that's a bit too much. Big up.
Do you know what? I needed you. I needed Jarvis, you, and Stephen Kramer behind me, man.
You could dribble all you want.
Yeah, man. Done. It's all on lockdown behind me. Just give me the ball now. Let's go. Yeah.
So Nuruddin, I wanted to talk about one thing. There haven't been much news about United the last couple of days, so there have been a lot of the other channels talking about what kind of striker we want in United, and there's always two
Yeah, we're
strikers
gonna
to
do a
talk
show.
about.
We're gonna do a show about that. We're gonna look for a show, and during the
Yeah.
international break, I've got a couple of shows lined up for during the international break. I
Okay.
always fancied, but we can talk about it now because this is becoming quite topical. But we're gonna do a show, so I'm gonna get you on, Bumbaye on, Mundo, Irfan, get international break. We're gonna talk about, I think 5 strikers in Europe, and I think what people expect. Osman's doing brilliantly. Harry Kane is Harry Kane. Mumbai loves him. He's his favourite player outside of Manchester United. Harry Kane in this country. He always wanted Harry Kane. And I think if Fergie was there, I think we'd have got Harry Kane maybe 4, 5, 6 years ago. Maybe we would have got him.
What kind of qualities?
I want a young striker. I really want the young striker because that last year, the last striker in his early 20s that we had was Lukaku. Everybody else is simmer frame. That's why I coined the phrase simmer frame FC. We just get attack forwards who are just older. Ibrahimovic. See Ibrahimovic? He did brilliantly. He was the most consistent. He scored a lot of goals. Cavani was injury prone. Ronaldo was Ronaldo. So for me, I want a younger striker, and I think the one that I like is Benjamin Sesko. But I'll go to Mumbai and then I'll come back to you. Mumbai, you still on the Hurricane train, yeah? You'll take him in it, even 13.
No, I think. Do you know it's funny? But Jarvis mentioned that I was going to get into this anyway. I was going to ask you about this at some point. But looking at the way Ten Hag has been playing and the way Manchester United are playing, is there any specific qualities we're looking for from a player? I mean, we're saying names. You know, and they're all valid, but is there anything specific that we're looking for here that a certain striker that you know of has that is conducive more so to the way that we play? Or is that something that you don't have a take on and we just got a striker there? Either way, I'm trying to learn something here by asking that.
For me, the attributes are important. So somebody who can hold up the ball, somebody who can drop into areas and hold up the ball and link the play. Somebody who's got good quality, who's a good finisher, who's good in the air. We need all of the different things that a striker should be good at. But the most important thing for me, you have to be able to link the play and you have to be quick, like quickness, and be able to build the play because Manchester United are a very transitional team. So you have to be quick. As I look at Workhorse, bless him, he works hard, but oh my God, when he's running, it looks like he's running on a treadmill. It looks like he's the cartoon, you know, one of the cartoon characters, just running on the spot. That's what it looks like.
Looks like a Zeppeliner.
Yeah, listen, that's what I want. And he's raw. He's a raw talent. But the guy who possesses a lot of the attributes that I'm looking for is Benjamin Sesko. But that's just me personally. Go ahead, Jarvis.
Yeah. Sesko. I like Sesko, but I am doing some research, and the player I would like is Kolo Muani in Eintracht Frankfurt. Do you know him?
Yeah.
I've never heard of him.
He plays
the French kid.
Yeah. He came from France. He's born 15 days later than Mbappe. So they're the same age, 24 years old. And the funny thing with him, he came from Nantes in France, the yellow team. You know them.
Yeah,
they call it Tenhag'S, like Norwich in France. And the guys there picked him up, but he wasn't any good in the beginning. So they moved him down to the 3rd division. So they lent him out. So he played there for a year, and he was doing really good in the 3rd level. And they moved him up. And then Corona struck, so there wasn't any football going on that winter. And afterwards, his contract went out with Nantes, and he went on the free to Frankfurt. And when he's been in Frankfurt, he's been really playing well. But, you know, he's not the striker that scores like 25 plus goals a season. He's more like a 15 goals plus a season, but he also have the equal amount of assists, and he's really fast. He has pace. He's probably he was ranked the 7th fastest player in the Bundesliga this season. So he can really run, and he knows how to link up play and assist and make the other players better. And he's really tall. He's 1 meter and I would say 1 meter and 90 centimeters. I don't know what that's in feet, but you guys know, 6 feet something.
That's very tall, Jarvis. Does he see? So usually the tall guys, you know, they like Weghorst. This guy has agility. He's light on his feet. He moves. Okay.
Yeah, and
I've seen him play. He played in the World Cup final. He came on as a substitute. He missed the chance. He's the kid that missed the chance. Well, the keeper made a save. Martinez made that brilliant save against him.
Yeah. That's right.
You remember
That's
him
right.
in the World Cup final?
No, I'm going to go and look at him.
He came in for Nkunku because Nkunku got injured right before the World Cup, and he was like a substitute that came in.
Did you watch the World Cup final?
Yeah.
Do you not remember that young striker, French, came on, changed the game for them? When he went down the middle, he's bald dead, he's got short hair. He went down the right side, and then he came central, and Mbappe got more space when he came on the pitch, and him and Camavinga came on similar time. You don't remember?
He's tall, very built, black guy.
Yeah. Holds up the ball, really good. His hold up plays decent,
Okay.
quite quick. Scored a lot of goals for in German league.
I'd never seen him in my life. I'm gonna go and check him out. I'm gonna go and check. So when you say a guy like that, Jarvis, you're saying he's not 25 a season goals, but a lot of assists.
Yeah.
That tells me you're looking somebody that has outfield qualities, that can interchange, and is quite a competent player with the ball at his feet and has a decent pass.
Not just a decent pass, he has a great pass. And the thing is, he's a dribbler. He has the same technique as, I would say, do you know the technique Martial used when he dribbles?
Yes,
like really tight,
100%.
like futsal. He has the same technique, but he do it with pace. So he just pass his guy and runs, and he pass like hard sideways or 45 degrees back. So he has a lot of assists like that.
Very interesting, this take. I like this. It's a fresh take on things. What about injuries?
Well, I don't know. I don't think he have had any serious injuries, as I know of.
When you mention Martial, I start to get scared.
Big up Claire, by the way. Big up Claire. I agree 100%, Claire. We need 2 strikers. 100%. To me, I'll only take Harry Kane if you get a young striker as well. But I'm not taking Harry Kane with 1 year left on his thing. 100 million. No chance. Not a chance. Not a chance.
Would anybody here keep Wout?
No, not for me. He's not quick enough. I'm sorry. He's done a brilliant job, but not for me.
As a bench option, I would keep him. I think he can do a good job.
If we get quick players and guys who are fit, to give them a rest times, I'll take that. But not for now. For me, I need 2 strikers.
Not as a starter, but honestly, everything about this guy I like. Even his attitude, you know, when he's when there's a confrontation, I even like that about him. His work, man, and his contribution has been really something impressive for me. You know, as a bench option, as a cup option, as a respite option, I haven't really got an issue with it, you know, and it wouldn't be because I like him. Honestly, on merit, I think he's really earning his his wage, what he's given us.
Yeah. Listen, let's talk about the game tomorrow. Obviously, Tenhag'S said he's going to play a very strong team, so we expect everybody. Bruno and Casemiro are a yellow card away from being banned in the next round. So it's going to be very interesting. Would you risk them tomorrow, guys? Would you risk them both? Would you play them both?
How does it work? If they don't play and they go to the next round, is everything reset to 0?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, the next round is reset, if I'm not mistaken. So if they get a yellow card, though, they're gonna be out the first leg of the next game.
And we can meet Arsenal in the next round.
Yeah, we could meet anybody.
Yeah.
Maybe Roma.
Yeah. Roma is probably the worst team I would beat, because Mourinho, he's out for us. He would love to take our scalp.
Yeah, no doubts. I'd like to see.
What are we thinking? What would you think the score will be tomorrow, Jarvis? What kind of game do you think? Do you think Man United are going to play on the counter? I think if Garnacho was fit, I would have tried Garnacho, but he's not fit now. He looks like he's going to be out for the rest of the season, and it's just heartbreaking. But would you start Pellistri or would you bring him on tomorrow?
To be honest, I've been thinking about it. I think Ten Hag probably will start Elanga because of his defensive attributes, and because we don't want many goals. A 0-0 will be perfect. Nothing happening. Just play it safe. I think probably Elanga will get a goal tomorrow.
Okay. Bumbaye, what you reckon?
I mean, I'd take that. We just need to get through this game unscathed, intact, just a professional job, finish the 90 minutes and go. I'd actually completely forgot about Elanga, but yeah, fine. I don't have any issues as long as we can just get through this game without any fanfare, really.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't think Elanga is all that, but we need to rest players, and Elanga has fresh legs, so he can do a job. He will probably help out the fullbacks and everything. So I think he will do. And you got to remember, Betis, they're an old team. They have players in the 40s, a couple of them like Bravo and Yakin. And they will probably be realistic and understand that the game is over. So they won't give everything. So if you just play it safe, take the tempo down, use time, kill the game. That will be my game plan if it was me who was the manager.
Yeah.
How have you guys felt?
He's definitely in the squad. Yeah, Pellestri's gone to Spain. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
How have you guys? Watching us this season, do you think we've been competent at taking the sting out of games when things are, when the waves are getting a bit rocky, or are we lacking that a little bit?
No, we're not. 2 games, Man City away and Liverpool away. No, we didn't do it at all. We're not good at that. Are we missing?
Are we missing somebody to do that, or do we have players to do that? Maybe Bruno. I don't know. I'm asking the questions. I don't have the answers.
I think we need to do that tomorrow. That'll be a good test to see if we do that tomorrow. If we do a lot of time wasting and we take the sting and players go down and stop the flow of the game. That's what I'm looking for tomorrow.
Yeah, to answer your question, Boumaye, I think the biggest problem when it comes stuff like that you're talking about killing the game, we have Bruno, and Bruno, he doesn't know how to kill the game. He's always looking for the killer pass. Even if you're up with 1 goal and there's 2 minutes left, he will always try to do the killer pass. So with him on the field, no, we're not able to do it.
Are we? Do we have somebody that can conduct a game and perhaps, just play to you, to me, just to slow it down a bit? Is Eriksen that player, or do we need one? Maybe Frankie De Jong. I don't know much about Frankie. I'll be honest with you. Are we lacking that? I don't feel we've been.
Listen, don't worry about it.
I mean, forget him. I'm just saying that the ilk, because most people think, another midfielder. Maybe.
No, we need that guy who plays in Germany. He's quick around the ground. Was it Manu something? Manu's Manu something his name is.
Koulibaly.
The guy, I think he plays for Werder Bremen, I'm not mistaken. Or Borussia Mönchengladbach, if I'm not mistaken. Either one of them. It might be Borussia Mönchengladbach he plays for. He's a really good player, midfielder. Can get across the ground. Really good, tenacious.
Yeah. No, Ericsson is the only player I know of who can like dictate the tempo of the game. So with McTominay and Fred and Bruno on the field, it won't happen.
It's a bit one-dimensional, those guys. They need to play alongside somebody. I think when they both play, it's difficult to ask them to do an all-round game. I feel that, and I feel how am I going to get up the pitch competently, and utilize our firepower? It's hard to see, but we're going to have to see how we go here with this.
To talk about McFred, I will ask you guys a question. When both of them are on the field, who do you prefer to be up at the pitch, and who do you want to have the defensive role? Who will be the 6 and the 8?
I prefer Fred away from our goal. A lot away from our goal. I prefer Fred to be the guy who pressing up the pitch. Okay. Because his first touch is disgusting. But to be fair, they're both as bad as each other. They both lose the ball very easily. They're not good at getting the passes. It's going to be interesting. This guy, he's a fantastic midfielder for me. This year, Manu Kane. Absolutely tenacious, but good on the ball.
Manu Kane, yeah.
I mean, my instinct was to reply to you immediately, Fred up the pitch and Scott sitting, but to be honest, it's a really good question. It's a very valid question because in seasons gone by and games gone by, Scott seems like he can break the lines a little bit, and he's not too bad at getting up there, and he has scored a few. And maybe when he's back and we're not playing compact, he loses positional sense a little bit. Not that Fred is phenomenal at that, but I don't know, maybe I'll have it the other way around, with Scott maybe going a bit forward and Fred staying and behaving himself.
Yeah. To be honest, Mbaye, I agree with you, because it's not a good reference, but when Solskjaer was the manager, we had the best games when McTominay was the 8 and Fred was the 6. Because McTominay loses positional sense. That's his biggest problem. He don't know where to go, and he often get dragged out of position, and then you have a big field open. So
to be fair, Jarvis, they both don't. They're not good scanners. It was a midfield you played up. You have to scan. Both of them are not good scanners. But Fred is more quicker across the ground. I agree with you. So when he's out of position, he recovers quickly. Listen, give me the score. Give me the score for tomorrow, Jarvis. Give me your team. Who do you play tomorrow? Give me your team and then the score.
Well, I haven't thought about the team, but I think we will play the regulars. Maybe give Varane a rest. We know Casemiro is going to play because this is his last game.
He's got a month off for a month.
Yeah, but maybe I think he will go with Casemiro and McTominay in the midfield, and up front I would like Rashford to have a rest, but I don't think so. But Rashford, Elanga, and Anthony up front.
Marcelo, do not ever link Man United with Tielemans. I'm quicker than him and I've had 4 knee surgeries. Tielemans. Tielemans, you know what league that would suit Tielemans down to a T? Serie A. He will be balling out in Serie A, honestly. He needs to go to Italy. His game will suit Italy. The Premier League is too fast for him. And the German league will be too fast for him. The French league will be too fast for him. Big up to everybody. Go ahead, Bombay. You tell me. You tell me what your team is and what do you think the score is.
Looks like Eric from the press conference, he wants to play the strongest ones. It'd be a shame if the yellow cards reset after this and he got one. especially if we, it's getting tasty now, the competition. But I'd like to see, since we have a 4-0 up, I'd like to see Rashford rested. I'd like to see Sancho take the mantle. This is a good, to put a little bit of pressure and say, okay, go. Where are we up to? This is your game. Give him a go. Elanga's not a bad shout, actually. He is good at going forward and backwards. And as Jarvis said, they have got some old players. And I do want to see Scott McTominay play. I have missed Scott McTominay. I've not seen him often, which is fair enough. But I'd like to see him get a game. Yeah, at the back. Maybe let me just think. At the back,
Lindelof, Martinez.
Maybe, yeah. If you can give Varane a break. I mean, Martinez seems like he doesn't break down, but Varane, you're never quite sure. Although it's been good. Maybe you give him a break. Bring in Lindelof or Maguire. Probably Lindelof. Then you can maybe give Luke Shaw a rest. Give Malacia a go. But yeah. I'd like to see some changes, but I'm not sure.
Did Varane retire from the national team?
Who's that?
Varane. Did he retire?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so he will have 2 weeks off then.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, he's retired. Yeah, he's retired. Yeah. He's retired. Yeah, he is retired. Guys, I think it might be 2-1 to Betis tomorrow. Now, you know what? It might be. They're very good at home. That stadium is a beautiful stadium. It's going to be jumping. So as long as we can't concede, we've got to keep them out tomorrow. We've got to go there as a defensive unit. And I want to see Man United team. Have they got it in them to defend for 90 minutes? That's what I want to see. Defend. Give the other team the ball and say, go on, break us down. Can they do that? I think we'll play on the counter, but we have to take our chances. We have to take our chances. And for me, I think I'll start Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Martinez, Malacia, midfield Sabitzer. I'll play Fred. He's definitely going to play Bruno. Bruno's got it written in blood in his contract. He plays every minute. People. And then Elanga, Palestri, Workhorse. That's what I will start with tomorrow. But that's me. It might not be it, but listen, we'll be back here tomorrow around 8 o'clock, maybe, or maybe 10 o'clock. We'll be back here on 10 o'clock tomorrow night with a match reaction and an analysis. So big up to every one of you. And big up to Jarvis for jumping on. And Bumbaye, please make sure you follow Jarvis. Jarvis, I'll change it now to what his Twitter ad is.
Bowley 77.
Yeah.
Who do you support in Norway, Jarvis?
I support my local team. That's Tromsø and Bodø/Glimt. They're the two northernmost teams in Norway. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
Bodø/Glimt?
Yeah, we know Bodø/Glimt. The other one I don't know.
Yeah, it's the mother club of Isaac Oran, the academy player.
Yeah. Oh man, he's a very impressive player, actually.
Yeah. He's good.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a stop-start season, but again, I don't tend to watch too much football outside of England unless we're in European competition. But you can see the immediate quality that he has. This guy. It's been a bit stop-start his season, so I think we've not really seen what he's got to offer fully yet.
Yeah, he was probably a little bit hyped after the FA Youth final. Everybody was like talking good about it, but we got to get his legs to the ground and keep on working. So he will probably do well, but I don't know if he'll ever be a United player, but he will definitely do good in his career.
Yeah. Listen, big up to Claire. Super thank you to Claire. Make sure you follow Claire as well. Thank you so much, Super Mod Claire. She's a champion of the mods. So big up to Claire. And like I said, you can follow Bowley 77 JavaScript. Kabumbaye is not on social media. You only get him on this channel. I've got him contracted down to this channel. That's how it is, people. He's not allowed to go anywhere else. But yeah, big up to everybody. 2-1 United. Let's hope. We hope and pray we don't pick up any more injuries. For me, the biggest and the most important game this week, in the weekend, is 4:30 on Sunday in the FA Cup. Come on, United. Come on, United. Peace, love, light, win, lose, draw, Glazers out, bankers out. Take care, people. Look after yourselves. Peace. By the way, I thought this was the funny thing. I was the best goalkeeper in the north of Macedonia, and I broke my leg twice and was over. That's crazy. I was still live. Big up to Lilas. Lilas is crazy. I swear to God. Yeah. Don't forget bankers out, Glazers out, Qatar in. I don't know about that, but we'll see what it is. Good night, people. Take care. See you for the next. Peace. Thank you again, Jarvis.